Okay, this is attempt number 2. So, I guess I'm supposed to hold the camera sideways. That is the mosquito coil, and you burn them so the mosquitoes don't eat you alive. And it's usually between 4 and 6 that the mosquitoes come out, and I'm telling you right now, they will get you through your clothes. Doesn't matter if you're wearing one of them little citronella buttons or the bracelets, they will get you. So this is Rocker with Walker. Sorry about that. And I am posting this video just to let you know kind of what's been going on. So, keep you up to speed. And I did just want to say thank you so much to my 26 subscribers. You're awesome. I love it when you comment, and I always reply. And I'm very, very, very blessed to have you as my subscribers. So let's talk a little about the algorithm. So the algorithm is the basic way that your videos get out there. So if you get so many likes, so many subscribers, you can become monetized, but it's also watchable hours. So say you clip on a video and you only watch 10 seconds of it. That is not going to help any channel. You have to watch it all the way through, and how you become more out there, your videos come up for suggestions, like a suggested video, or it might come up in a search more often from a keyword. And so with the watchable hours, that is a lot to do with the algorithm, apparently. OG, you cannot get up here. You are too short. That's OG. Short for DOG. He is my roommate's dog. Hey, you want to come up? Okay, let me get this doggo up. Come on. Okay. Only Aria and OG are allowed on the bed because Lexi, who is a blue-nosed bully, sheds her entire coat on my bed, and it irritates. I get eye irritations from it. So anyway, oops, covered the viewfinder there. I'm new, can you tell me? So one of the last videos that I posted, not the Chucho video, but the one, Flora in the ocean. The reason there was no sound is because whenever there's music in the background, I have to mute the sound because I don't have permission from that artist or that record company or whatever. However you get permission, I don't have permission to utilize that music. Therefore, if I do, it'll be copyright claimed. YouTube doesn't like that. So, and I get it, that's copyright infringement when you play a song on, any kind of media, really, where, you're just not allowed to do that. It's copyright infringement, and I get it. And it's happened to me 3 times. I think I played a song on a video for my friend Lisa's birthday, and it was copyright claimed. I posted Sound of Winter twice, and it was copyrighted claimed. And that's Sound of Winter by Bush, just in case. Um, so I don't even know if that will get copyrighted claimed. I don't know. Hopefully not, because if you get copyright claimed a bunch of times, they can ban you for life, and that wouldn't be a good thing. So that mosquito coil right there is smoking, and that's what you're seeing right there. But anywho, I've just been not feeling that great, and when you have mental illness, which I do, and I went to the psychiatrist, and this is really interesting. So, they said that after my husband died in 2009, rest in peace, that I became bipolar. And so they've had me on medication ever since. So I went to this new psychiatrist, and he said because of all the car accidents and the head injuries that I've incurred over the years, that it's very likely a mood disorder that's exacerbated, and then the PTSD and anxiety from all the car accidents and my rotten childhood, that I may have traumatic brain injury. And I'm all like, what? And, this could account maybe for the short-term memory loss, because you could tell me something, a phone number or a story, or I could watch a movie, and then I won't remember that I watched that movie, even if I went to the theater and watched that movie. That happened when a movie my son wanted to watch when I was on the mainland, and then he got it on DVD, brought it home, the red box or whatever, and he was like, "Hey, I got this new movie, this horror movie, we're gonna watch it." And I'm like, "Yeah, cool, let's watch it." And then I'm all like, "Gosh, this seems vaguely familiar." And he's all like, "Don't you remember, Mom? We saw it in the theater." And that's the thing, I don't remember. So a lot of times, some movies will fly right out of my brain, and other movies I will be laser focused on and remember every part of the movie, all the words. I can tell you everything about the movie, who directed it, who's in it, when it was made. And because I'm a movieophile, so um, movies and music, I remember a lot of that information, crazily enough. But random information that is probably important doesn't stay in my noggin. So that's that gig. So they put me on a new anti-anxiety medication, and so far so good. Because when I get into a car, I'm instantly nervous and have a lot of anxiety, and I can have an anxiety attack and I might black out. And this has happened to me several times. And when I have an anxiety attack, I'm a lost cause. I just am a blithering idiot. And I know that if any of you out there have an anxiety attack, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You just don't make any sense. You can't think right. You can't talk right. Most of the time I'm counting to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just counting to 10 over and over again to try to focus on something to get myself out of it, but that rarely works. So that medication for that really, really, really helps. So I am still on the bipolar medication until they took a cheek swab, and then so they're going to do genetic testing on that cheek swab and tell me what's going on with my brain chemicals. So that's good, right? And I see him like in, next month, and it's just a medication doctor. He's not going to, oh, my hand is shaking. I have a tremor in my left hand and it wants to shake all over the place. And that's part of the reason why I need one of those phone stand, you know, those phone grabby things on the stand thing to keep it like a tripod or whatever. And I probably have one around here, but I got to get the holder thing for a cell phone. I'm working on it, you guys. Anyway, okay, so I'm eating a popsicle too while I'm doing this. So, he also gave me medication for nightmares because I have nightmares about the car accidents, among other things, and it can be really daunting. It's really hard to sleep, and I have insomnia anyway. Okay, so in 1989, I was in this horrific car accident. We were hit by a person that we knew, actually. Me and my friend we were going off to party, and he didn't want us to go off to party. And so he chased us down, and then he hit us, and then he backed up and hit us again. And you can look this up in the Bremerton Sun archive. It was, I believe, November 5th, 1989. Could have been October, but I think it was November 5th, 1989. Anyway, so he hit us with, we were in like a Mercury Zephyr, which is kind of like a sedan, and he hit us with the lifted El Camino. And so his ginormous car killed our little car, and it sent the trunk into the back seat into the front seat, and us through the dashboard into the engine. And so my head cracked the dashboard, and my friend's head cracked she like was smashed into the steering wheel, and her head was crashed into the windshield, and it was gnarly. And they had to use the jaws of life to get her out of the vehicle. It was just, and quite frankly, from the first hit, I don't remember anything until I came to in the vehicle. And stemming from that car accident, I got fibromyalgia. So, and I've had that since I was 19, and have been I wasn't able to finish school. I have tried to go to college 4 times. I wasn't able to complete any of that and medically defer all 4 times. You know, I have a pantry list of symptoms, and they range from, you know, bowel issues, stomach issues, esophageal issues, muscle spasms, joint pain, like every joint. Not one joint, every joint. The muscle spasms are completely gnarly and almost put me in like a stuck state where I can't move. And then, you know, there's depression and a lot of pain, a lot of anguish, the insomnia, temporomandibular jaw dysfunction. That's when your jaw gets stuck because the joint is cramped. There's migraines. I have the tremor in my hand, and then what else? Restless legs syndrome, sleep apnea. All these things together make life very, very, very difficult. Oh, what else? I'm forgetting one. Vertigo. And then I have neuropathy, peripheral neuropathy, which means there's a pinched nerve somewhere. And then I have neuralgic nerve pain, which most people that have diabetes get that, but I get this. And I believe the neuropathy, so someone like accidentally pokes me, or I knock into a chair, or like when my leg was broken, or whatever, it takes sometimes months and months to heal from that. And it's, that's why they said that they were gonna, I wear a boot constantly on my right foot because many years ago, I was at an event and someone dropped a hide-a-bed sofa on my foot and then pushed it, and my foot got dragged under it, and so I have a permanent injury in my toe and ankle on my right foot. So I have to wear a walking boot, one of those puffy cast boot things. And let me tell you what, you can't always get them from the doctor. Sometimes you just have to buy them yourself or get them at the Goodwill. So with like that injury, they said, oh, we can break the bone underneath your toe and it'll fix your toe. And I'm all like, what about my ankle? And they were like, well, we can't fix your ankle. And I'm all like, so what's the point? Plus, recuperating from any kind of surgery, because they would have to like break that bone, would be months and months and months of recovery. So I told them, no way, no how, So I just deal with all these issues hour by hour, minute by minute, sometimes day by day, and day by day by day. That's a little nod to Brian. Rest in peace, yo, representing 425 and 360. What? So, I do have struggles, and there's a lot of struggles in Hawaii because, we live off grid, and I have stairs that I have to go up and down. So it's usually too hot in my tent during the day to actually go into my tent. So if I'm not feeling all that hot and need to be near the restroom or need to lay down, being near the restroom is easy, but laying down sometimes isn't. So I have one of those gravity chairs that I can lay in outside, but you're still dying of heat stroke. It is so hot sometimes here. And it may not be that hot, but the humidity is crazy. So, I mean, this morning at, I don't know, 6:30, it was already 97% humidity in my tent. Even though it was only 67 or 68, and it was pretty chilly, I was wrapped up in a blanket and I had a hoodie on. You're just, the humidity is crazy. So, can't always lay down, can't relax, can't lay on the heating pad, which is my savior. The heating pad rocks. And because it puts out too many, I don't know if it's watts or amps. That's the memory loss thing. It's hard for me to remember those things. But I spend a lot of time on my deck, and then we have a hangout area, which I'll do a video on in the future. So, I mean, it can be very, very hard to relax if you're having pain or spasms or a migraine. With the vertigo, you have a lot of nausea. With the migraines, you have a lot of nausea. And so it can be very, very difficult. And the heat here, it's completely draining. So, regardless if it's pouring rain, it's still hot. It's still humid. So the only respite you get is in the evening, because then it cools down. But there's times I'm in my tent and it is like 1 or 2 in the morning and I'm still wearing a tank top and shorts because it's dying hot in here. I do have a fan. Yay! Love the floor fan. But you can only use the heating pad or the fan when the generator is on. So, and we change over the cords from the solar to the generator. And, gas is expensive right now, so we try to run the generator. We had to run it for 3 days to charge the batteries, but usually we run it, 5 or 6 hours and then turn it off, and then everybody goes to sleep. Although I have insomnia, so I'm usually watching YouTube videos all night long or whatever. And so I've been, checking out some audiobooks on YouTube. You should check them out. I will find the name of it and I'll put a link in the description, because you can listen to these historical, uh, books online, and it's kind of groovy, I must admit. And it's nice to, like, play it in the background if I'm playing a game or something with the sound off, on the game. So, okay. So I talked about that stuff. And then, if you guys like my content, please like the videos. Please comment. I reply every time. And I feel like every time I watch a video, I try to watch the entire video and then comment, and I share it. Feel free to share my videos if you want. And, check out all my playlists, which are awesome. And I update those like every day. Sometimes 10 of the playlists, and some of them are off the chain, I must say. I do try to edit the content in it so you don't have like the wrong subject matter in the wrong playlist. I'm still working on that. So if you get a documentary in, say, the ghost show section, I'm sorry. I'm working on it. I'm trying to streamline everything myself. And when I get an AV person, then, they can help me, make the channel more exciting. But right now I'm winging it, obviously. And I did show my face like twice in 2 videos for the barbecue burn. And once I feel up to it and am feeling, presentable, I will totally show my face, and then show my face from then on. But this is kind of a POV video, but without nothing for you to view except my closet. Well, uncloset, because there's no walls on it. And I have done quite a few videos. Like, okay, when I went to the psychiatrist, I shot video the whole time, because we had to go to about an hour an hour and 20 minutes from our house. And that was just to go to the psychiatrist, because apparently they didn't have any in Hilo, which is about 30 miles from here. So we had to go to a place called Waimea. It's spelled Waimea. And it's a really pretty drive. And when we were up there, we went to the beach and had lunch after my appointment. And the scenery is just really pleasant. And so I wanted to, show you guys where I went. Now, when I get the GoPros, see, I went to a concert September 5th and of last year. And I strapped my friend up with the GoPro, and I strapped on a GoPro, and we filmed all of it. But I have to get more of those little SD cards to put that concert footage on. Oh, I'm really excited. No bands like hardly ever come to Big Island, Hawaii. And I know you're saying rocker with a walker, why would you move there? Because this is where I live now. That's why. But, I'm hoping to check out some rock bands or punk rock bands that might be playing locally. And I got a line on a few of those. So when I get more SD cards, I'll film those too. And then, you guys will be able to see some, crazy vids. But I digress. Little off topic there. But a band I super duper like is coming to Honolulu. And that's an island over from us. And I really want to go to this concert. And I think it's like $77 for 2 people round trip to go. But we'd have to be gone like 4 days because it's like November 28th and everybody's going to be traveling because of Thanksgiving, even though it's inter-island. But it's only $77 for 2 people. And that is awesome because I've been to Oahu, but I only been to the airport. Like, what, 1, 2, 3 times? 2 or 3 times. And maybe 2 times. And then I have been to Maui. Okay, that's right. Okay, that's what it was. I've been to Oahu twice, and I've been to Maui once. And just to the airports. So I was able to check those out, and they're awesome. Just the airports were awesome. A lot of people I know here, they've all been over there, but I've never. But on November 28th, maybe that will change, and I'll get the SD cards on the GoPro, and I do have one of those handheld video cameras, but I need to find the battery. But maybe I can get some really good footage because this band is like ultimate awesome. And once I get knowledge more of how much the tickets are and how to arrange Airbnb and or a motel for the 4 days that I'm going to be there, then I can give more information about it. But I'm really amped about it because I haven't seen a concert since last year, September 5th. And I'm going a little mental about it because I have been to like a gajillion concerts, and to move here and there's no concerts. I think there was like a band that just came or is gonna come. I think they already came. And they're, they have some records and they're like, famous. But really, it's just local music here. So I will have to suss that out. I've got a line on it. So luckily, I know some people that are into some punk music or into some rock music around here and can shoot me in the right direction so I can check some of that stuff out. Anyway, so please have a wonderful night. Enjoy the weather if you're in a nice place. If you're in Washington, I heard it's really smoky there and getting cold at night. So bundle up, be safe, and thank you so much, and y'all have a good night.